DallasSportsTalkRadio.com. Welcome back. We're still talking NBA playoffs 2024. And so yesterday in the NBA news, we found out that the Phoenix Suns fired Frank Vogel. And everybody is upset about it. Not us. Although we don't advocate people losing their job, the writing was on the wall. It was either James Jones or Frank Vogel. Everybody talking about is either KD or Frank Vogel. Man, when you coach your team and you put Bradley Beal on Ant-Man, watching them get cooked, 90 feet, dude inbound the ball and start shaking Bradley Beal as soon as he turned around and see like, man, you guard me. Then he raced him to the half-court line. Bradley Beal got to force himself to get back into defensive mode. By the time he recovers to get back into defensive mode, that man then blew past him again, standing in front of KD, busting a jumper in his face. So, yeah, we understand why Frank Vogel got fired. But what we don't understand is how many people have come out in support saying that it was unfair. It was unfair that it took this long. That's what we've been saying for 2 weeks. This man got swept. That means that regardless of what talent he had on the court, he couldn't coach to one victory. Could not coach to one victory, regardless of who he had on the floor. So what do you need him for as a head coach? He couldn't do the job. He got swept in the playoffs. 0 wins. 0 wins in the first round. And you're going to say, it's a shame that he got fired. That's not the shame. The shame is that Nick Nurse still got a job in Philly. The shame is Rick Carlisle may still have a job after crying. That's what he did. He saw Jason Kidd receive the extension that he thought that he was in line for 3 seasons ago. Man, I'm going to get paid in Dallas. Wrong. You shouldn't have been the head coach in Dallas anyway, but you had the inside corporate color. And you came in and swooned Mark Cuban or whatever you do. We don't know. But we do know Avery Johnson had the team ready to win championships. Didn't get a fair shake. Now, it made it to the finals. His player made it to the finals. His player won the MVP. Not almost. Not come in, second, third, whatever. He shouldn't even been in the ranking up there at OKC. Shea should not have even been in the rankings. But we see what they're doing in the NBA. They're trying to get these young guys supposed to be the changing of the guard. And instead of letting it happen organically, you're trying to force feed bombs down people's throats. That's the same thing you did with Michael Jordan. Force fed them down people's throat because you got a little revenue from the cable boxes. That's why you have to understand, man, the collective bargaining agreement, people that understand that and sit around and you try to manipulate it and, oh, we need this market to grow. We need this market to grow. We need these people to start following these people. And then you start getting knuckleheads allegedly pulling guns and showing them on social media because that's the type of environment you created. When you sit up there and y'all start saying, we ain't going to have a dress code anymore. We're not going to have these young men being held accountable. Nah, that's not. We're a new NBA. We're going to let them walk around. And then we're going to tell them that it's okay for them to walk around. But then you go to the women's game when the women look with the braids and earrings and you don't like that look. But that's the look that's supposed to be on a woman. So you got this blurred vision about what the product's supposed to look like. And you say, well, this is a clean cut guy. Man, he shaved in the face clean cut. He need to shave his head clean cut too. That's not an MVP. To us, that's what we're trying to show you. That's not the MVP. That's why they started changing it anyway. Start bringing in all these Serbian players, all these cats from overseas. They want to change the look of the NBA. And they could do it from the MVP standpoint. These cats don't want to be like Mike anymore. They want to be like Shea, shaking and baking. They don't want to be like Steph. The only thing they want from Steph is the shot accuracy, the efficiency, the championships. Other than that, it's highlight reels and shake and bake. Man, cats shake and bake up the court. They think the game over. They think the game over. That's how it was a couple years ago. I had to go teach my son and his high school friends. Had to go out there and bust them up. They looking at old man. Yeah, old man still know how to play. Still got the same basic fundamentals. I'm going to stand in front of you. I'm going to shut you down. You can shake and bake. You can irk and jerk. You can throw the head fake, all that. I'm swiping it. I'm blocking it. And I'm going to pull it up in your face and talk crap to you the whole time. You can't stop me. Old man, you can't stop me. Beat you down on the basketball court. I make them look stupid. I have cats that think they run courts. Go find another court when I show up. Care how tall you are. 6'2" or above, you better be 6'9" to stop me. And you ain't 6'9", so you're not winning. The number to call, 888-637-7678. DallasSportsTalkRadio.com. Subscribe, engage, like, connect with us on social media at DallasSportsTA2. We're sitting up here talking about Rick Carlisle, former head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, in the playoffs again with his Indiana Pacers, crying. Same thing he did when he was in Boston as a player, crying. Talking about that the referees, I don't want to be the one that does this, but we submitted 79 missed calls. Man, how you gonna miss a call on a dude that has to wait and set the ball to take a shot? If he could just pull from the hip and bust above the shoulders, he wouldn't have that, but he has to set to take the shot. So every time he gets set, he getting ready to pass the ball off. This dude drove. We watched the game one. This dude drove to the hole at the basket. Had deep and Shizo, whatever the kid name is, on his rear. And instead of doing a layup, he tried to throw a cross-court pass. End up going out of bounds. And that's when the run started, when they started coming back, when you had them down by 10. So officiating can't help that, man. Crying about the officiating is not going to make Tyrese Halliburton's shot any better. In game one up in Indianapolis, it's going to still be the same broke shot. And if he gets it off, then you're going to attest it to what? The officials are letting him play? Man, get out of here. That's what you want. You want him to get the space because you know his shot is broken. Like, dang, you cannot. In the playoffs, it's a different game. That's why they tell him. It's a different game. Milwaukee weren't ready. Dame Lillard wasn't ready. He sat up there and let the dude go toe-to-toe for him. Would not play him up close. Kept letting him get that weak shot off. And he burned him. Plus, he didn't have any help. Plus, the big man got off. Miles Turner showed out. So, crying to the officials and crying about the officials, man, please. Sitting up here in support of Frank Vogel. Man, this dude was crap when he was at Indianapolis. They try to say, look what he did with Paul George. He didn't do anything with Paul George. He had the team, but he couldn't design an offense to beat anybody. Man, he ran up against LeBron now. Get out of here. Danny Granger, he got hurt. Man, Coach Frank Vogel couldn't coach. He was surprised that PG-13 was as good as he was because he was too much slobbing on Danny Granger when Danny Granger was supposed to be the superstar. You got to know your history when you start talking about these garbage head coaches, man. Sitting up here with support for Frank Vogel. We told y'all 2 weeks ago, the dude couldn't coach himself out into his job. He just like Jason Garrett was at the Dallas Cowboys. Man, 8-8. That's him. It ain't gonna change. Well, I mean, what you want Jason Garrett to have been when he was the head coach of the Cowboys? When you got a quarterback that set 9 rookie records. Win 13 games, most wins by the rookie since the NFL began back in the 1900s. So let's be for real about what you want. You want a dude that his whole career is below 500, right at 500. Dude was 48-48 when Dak was drafted in 2016. 4 years later, he was 81-61. Garbage. Dak made him a winner. Tony Romo didn't make him a winner. That's why when they were saying Tony Romo should come back, it's the same thing. Frank Vogel, garbage. He was garbage in Indiana. He was garbage in the bubble. That's why he won a championship and got fired. You didn't see nobody come out like this strongly when Darvin Ham got fired. Nobody. That's what trips us out. Because Darvin Ham took the team that Frank Vogel trashed and made it competitive. And he lose his job before Frank Vogel. That's what I'm saying. That's why Adam Silver sitting behind the scenes and not really doing anything. You got CP3, president of the NBA Players Association, not doing anything. Because he should be saying, you know what? In order for these players to have better careers, they need to have better front offices. We need somebody that can scout the scouts. Scout the coaches. Man, you bringing this coach in? Okay, what's your offensive philosophy? What's your defensive philosophy? Where are you playing for this? Can you plot 25 shots for 5 different players? No, I need a shooting guard that can take the majority of the shots. I need one man to bring the ball up. I need another man to stand over here. I need a 3-and-D guy. Man, shut up. You need to learn how to play basketball. You start inside out. I need a big man right there in the paint. You get on one block, you go from one side to the other side. I got a man who's going to give you the ball right where you want it. As soon as you come across the middle, you go right in front of the rim, either dunk it or lay it up. Not, can you shoot the 3? Well, can't even shoot free throws, man. Of course they can't shoot the 3. That's why they 40% from 29 feet. If you step in a couple of feet, maybe you get a couple of percentages higher. But you ain't teaching them. They ain't teaching them basic math. You're teaching them trying to be Steph. Yeah, be like Steph Curry. Steph, but as soon as you come across the free throw half court, you at the logo, launch it. Steph did that to keep guys from playing them close, 90 feet. You start hitting a couple of those half court shots when a dude step to you at half court. They start wanting to pick you up 90 feet. So now you got to catch the ball real quick, run to the half-court line, pull up at the 3, turn around like, oh, dude, you ain't here yet. Luckily, it went in. A lot of that luck, he'll tell you. There's skill in it, but he been working on it since he was 10 years old. We've been telling y'all, I've been watching Steph Curry since he was 10 years old. Since he was a little kid on inside stuff with the shot doctor. Tell him over the rim and through the hoop. That's what we teach my grandson. That's the way you taught to shoot. These dudes up here shaking and baking, got their hair flailing, just moving their head side to side, ball not going anywhere, ball not going in the hoop. They just going side to side. Man, you see that highlight I did? Did you score? No, but I shook the dude. Man, you didn't score. The reason Allen Iverson crossover on Michael Jordan is so iconic is because he knocked down the shot. And just like he said, Mike was so quick, he shook him. And he almost came back and blocked the shot. The number to call, 888-637-7678. DallasSportsTalkRadio.com. We clowning the WNBA Thunder. Dallas Mavericks go up there, split the series. It should be 2-0. But we're not going to even sit up here and tell y'all how whack Chet Holmgren game was, how whack Shai Gilgeous-Alexander game is. We're just going to tell you it should be 2-0. And if you televise the games so we can see it in the Metroplex, the whole city will know it. They would have to wait for us to tell them that, man, after the Lou Dirt went between Luka legs all dirty, hit him on the back leg and made him trip himself up. Because he too slow to get in front of the dude. Think about that. Dude, 6 inches shorter than Luka and too slow to get in front of him. He looked like a little running back out there, man, just bruising, just running through the hole, running over Luka because he played point guard. Everybody talking about, oh man, Lou Dirt seemed to have given you a fit. Like, man, they won the game. There was a lot more luck. We were tied almost in the middle of the third. Then we got down by 10, but we were coming back. But we're not making any excuses. We had too many turnovers. And once we could clean up the turnovers, but you can't teach the dudes how to play defense. You can't teach Chet Humphrey, 7 foot nothing, how to be in the paint, man. You got to do standing out there on the wave like an oak tree, looking like a tree. And the only time he put his hand in the air is when he calling for the ball. Man, if you stood up in the middle of the lane with your hand outstretched, it probably touched the rim. You jumped 2 feet in the air, you 2 feet above 2 feet above the rim, dude. It's simple mathematics, it's simple geometry. But you can tell you're a simple basketball player. Can't teach height. That's what they tell you. But you can teach fundamentals, and you can tell your fundamentals are trash, man. Come on over here. DallasSportsTalkRadio.com. We'll teach a 7-footer how to play like he's 7 feet tall instead of a 7-foot bomb. Can't, man. You about to have us get in shape, going to run around the block 2 times. Go run around the block 2 times and be ready to beat the WNBA Thunder. That's all thing we're going to do is bring damn beauticians and have them on the sideline once they keep, dang, man, I need to get my hair done. They're going to start patting their head. Once they start patting their head. And they knock the brains out, man. Talking about my head itching. Well, I got the baby hair. Dude got the baby. Hey, dude got the baby hair, man. Come on, man. What are we teaching our sons these days, man? Somebody call that dude up and say, hey, man, they right, man. Go ahead and cut that crap out your head. I guarantee you, your next game, you'll play like a superstar. They'll start calling you MJ for real, boy. You go cut that crap out your head and let them hoes close up. Your game, I'm talking transformative. DallasSportsTalkRadio.com.